before we jump into spreadsheets, okay, the idea is that we've sort of been treating decision support systems kind of like a monolithic blob. Do you know what monolithic means? Monolithic? It means it's just one kind of, they're all the same, you know, and you sort of don't really have any distinctions or understanding of how there's diversity within a group, okay? But the fact is, decision support systems, it's a very, very broad category, okay? And there are 4 main types of decision support system that I'm going to try and explain. I'm going to go through them in order of complexity. Now, because this is the end of the term, we're just going to get through one. But I want to tell you what the 4 are, okay? So this is types of decision support system. And going from simplest to most sophisticated, okay, we're going to start with spreadsheets. Very, very, very simple. We're going to move up to relational databases. Now, you guys have done databases, right? We did this as a whole topic. And I'm specifying relational. Why do you think that is? Why do I say relational and not just databases? Yeah, that's right. I mean, if I wanted a flat file, I'd be up here. A spreadsheet is just a flat file database, okay? 2-dimensional, yeah? After relational databases, you get an interesting thing called an expert system. Expert system. Which is far more related to people, as you will see. Okay? And, excuse me, the last most sophisticated type is the artificial neural network. Very big words. Not just more complicated, but more, you know, you need to have more complex jargon to go with it to make it appropriately, you know, techy and big and, you know, intimidating. So as you'll often see, right, you've got 4 different categories, and they go up in complexity, in cost, in the time it takes to develop them, okay? But just because something is more sophisticated and takes more time to make doesn't mean it's better. Okay, I hope you're getting this as a theme through the course, right? That sometimes you'll want to pick a simpler one because it'll just do the job better, even if it's just very straightforward. Okay. So these are the 4 types, and we'll get onto these guys next term. But let's dive into spreadsheets. Okay. So the first thing I want to ask you is the process I want to have in your mind is analysis, analyzing. Can we remember? I know it was a long time ago when you were year 9s. Analyzing was one of the early processes. What's the definition of analyzing? Yeah, Ricky.
I'll get different definition out of it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right, yeah. So the idea is you start off with raw material. You just got tons of data, but you don't have any sense out of it. You're not sure what it means. You're not sure what's significant. You're not sure what's important. Okay, maybe it's in no categories or it's not organized in any way. Okay, so analyzing, right? Analyzing, I should get rid of this, sorry. It's about making things meaningful, right? Now, can you see why, in many ways, this is the key process to keep in your head when it comes to making decisions? Why? Why is analysis so important?
Well, if you're not giving useful data, then how are you giving it?
Okay, good, thank you, right. So the whole idea, in fact, if you remember, if you think back to when we did analyzing like a whole year ago, often the end point of analyzing was actually to make a choice, right? The reason why I'm sort of spending time trying to understand this information and sense the patterns and trends is so that I can say, well, therefore, I notice it's always really hot around December, January. That's an interesting pattern or trend. It's meaningful. Okay, yes. How mysterious, right? But what I'll do is I'll make decisions according to that analysis. Okay, and obviously it's a trivial example. Okay, so